Yeah, dangerous woman. Dangerous woman.
They appreciate things but they're hunters. They actually really do. If they work for it, they kind of appreciate it a little bit more. There's so many different versions of that now.
Go on.
We want the dream, don't we?
That's it, yeah.
And you can see it and just go, no, but it's not love bombing because it's different with me and him. That you say you don't like, but you're hooked. You're hooked to them then. How down this hill. He was sleeping with that nanny.
This is not just dating PA. This is M&S dating PA.
They don't put that on quotes on campuses in B&M, do they? The biggest problem in dating today is...
Hello, welcome to this week's episode of Crying in the DMs. And today, boy, do I have a surprise for you. A lot of you have been crying in my DMs lately about your dating problems, your boyfriends and your girlfriends that just will not behave like boyfriends and girlfriends, and you, my dear, acting like a wife/husband for someone that ain't doing no marriage shit at all. So today, I did you all a big favour, and I got one of the most renowned UK dating coaches in the game into my studio. It is my dating PA, Jenna! How are you, Jenna?
I'm overwhelmed by that intro, honestly. Got a lot to live up to now.
That's the one.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
She's the ultimate online no likey, no lighty.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's brilliant, isn't it? I've had a look at her stuff. I was like, whoa, it taught me a thing or two just literally looking through your page. I was thinking, oh my God, I used to do that, and I used to do that, and I used to do that, and I still fucking do that. So... It was fantastic. Jenna, I've got so many questions to pick your brain.
Brilliant.
So how did you find the massive drive down to Liverpool is the first question.
Well, chaotic.
Yeah.
A lot of my life is chaotic. And so, yeah, it wasn't without a drama or two.
Fantastic.
But,
Should I tell them what happened? This morning, Jenna's car broke down.
So I asked somebody for a jump start. They were so kind and helpful. And I also broke their car. So they were then broke down. I had to come here. So I've left them stranded.
They're trauma bonded now. They're trauma bonded somewhere in the south of England.
But I'm here living my best life.
And that's all that matters, really, isn't it? And that is the end of the episode. No, I'm joking. No, right. So I want to ask Jenna some of the important questions today. And one that a lot of people wanted to ask you was, how do you know when someone is attached to you healthily?
Healthy. Well, obviously, we've all heard about love bombing.
We have.
Some people, that is just their love language. They do love bomb you and they're consistent with it.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, yeah.
Some do. Some like to, that's the way they show their love. So love language comes into it. Some people, the way they show their love is the way they really want it back. So a lot of people will show with, gifts, really positive words. And so it can seem like love bombing when sometimes people just want that a little bit in return.
Okay.
So it's just recognising, is this consistent? Is this genuinely them? Or are they waiting to have a bit of that back for themselves? Because it could be something lacking in them.
That's so interesting, you know. So interesting. Because, when people talk about love bombing, as soon as someone's nice to you, you assume it's love bombing these days, don't you? Absolutely. And when I was getting this question through and they were like, how do we know if it's attached, like, in a good way? Like, how do we know it's healthily attached? I was thinking, like, I want to ask this myself.
Yeah, I would say probably with that, because you can get swept up in it. Of course, we all want the dream, don't we?
That's it, yeah.
And you can see it and just go, no, but it's not love bombing because it's different with me and him. And it's just look for consistency. Just
consistency.
Yeah, just don't get too caught up in the romance of it all. We're not.
Such a quick and efficient answer, mate, isn't it?
Really?
I was expecting you to give a big old speech. No, just look if it's consistent. If it's not, then it's not.
I'd say a lot of dating comes down to consistency.
Do you think? You're going to have to expand on that. People will be watching now like this, right? Get your popcorn ready.
Not just hearing the words they're saying. It's just take a step back and look at the actions. Are they consistent with what they're saying? Is what they're doing consistent over a period of time? Right. Because otherwise it could be love bombing. They could just be coming in big.
When do you reckon that stops? So say they're consistent for 6 months. Does that mean that it's probably not love bombing?
Well, they say you need 4 seasons with somebody.
Okay.
So they say you can't really call it a proper committed relationship until you've done 4 seasons.
Oh, okay.
And that doesn't mean because I want to see what they buy me at Easter and I want to say, it's not those. It's the, how are they throughout the year? Because anyone can put on an act for even 6 months.
So let's say we're 6 months in. Mm-hmm. We've been incredibly consistent.
Yeah.
We've got chocolates every weekend.
Yeah.
We're getting fellatio on the daily.
Yeah.
Everything's going really well. If it stops, are we love bombed? Or have we just maybe burnt out and not been getting it back? What's your experience in that?
I would say I would then take, because it's easy to keep up that act for 6 months. So I would then start to reevaluate it and be, I haven't done the 4 seasons with this person.
Okay, what are the seasons?
Well, it is kind of the seasons of the year. I was kind of joking about the Easter egg, but it is doing that, how are they? everyone has trauma in their life, don't they? You know, so it could be they've lost their mum and it's her anniversary. Do they kind of get really low, you know, round about April? Like, how do they handle that low times when they may have children? I mean, I'm mid-40s, so my age range, you know, they might have a child starting senior school, you know, and they've got the stress of, oh God, my child's right. How do they handle that? You know, when they've got pressure in their own family life, how do they exclude you? Do they include you? Do they? So it's about seeing, because nobody has no drama over a year, do they? So
I wouldn't fucking know.
How do what is not daily drama?
No.
And it's how do they handle these things? If they had a falling out with a friend, what do they do? Do they retreat in? Do they, you know, it's looking throughout a year, the
That
4
is
seasons.
straight fire, Jenna.
Yeah.
That is straight fire. Because I always say the way a person treats their mates tells me a lot about them as a person.
Absolutely.
Have you ever had a client that you thought, oh, you're a cunt, I can't help you?
I've certainly thought that about some, but I'm always here to help.
Oh, I love it. Look, she's like a politician. Stare straight at the camera. I am always here to help. This is not just dating PA. This is M&S dating PA. That's mega.
Of course, I've thought, and it's more frustrating when people think they are absolutely not the problem.
Yeah.
I'm going to say the people I've come across with for that have been male. And I know,
Really?
I'm not a man hater, I'm far from a man hater, but a lot will come because they want to hear me say, I can't believe you're having these problems.
I believe you're single, Mike.
This is not you at all.
You and that 12-inch penis. Got 6 houses abroad and a yacht. Who wouldn't want you, Michael?
Exactly. And that they want, sometimes they're paying for me to say, I can't believe you're having these issues because there is nothing wrong with you. And it's not about me finding what is wrong with them.
Yeah.
It's well, how are you treating these ladies? How are you? And, you know, sometimes they don't want to hear that they could be the problem.
Oh, how do you tell them nicely?
I try and let them realise, you know, so we'll go through patterns of behaviour and I'll be like, oh, so the last 3 or 4 dates you've had have all kind of disappeared after the second date. What did you do different on the second to the first that made them run? And we look for the patterns of behaviour, and it could be maybe he was too dying to get them in the bedroom. I don't know what it would be, but like, what do you think? Maybe you're being a bit forceful. Maybe you're making them think that, you know, the sexual relations are more important than the getting to know them. Did you ask any questions? And then I'll say, well, I can see a pattern there, can you? And sometimes if they look at it and they discover it, then they're a bit more okay with that than me.
How would you advise someone that's not a dating coach, right? And this is not one of those things where I'm asking for a mate. How would you advise someone who's not a dating coach that's perhaps dating someone right now and they can feel them going a bit hot and cold, and they can feel them blowing smoke up their arse and then vaping it back in? How would you advise them to communicate? You know, like, how can they make their person, their partner, their potential fucking future soulmate see what they're doing wrong?
Well, you hit the nail on the head with that one word, communicate.
Oh.
And that is really what most of it comes down to. Failed relationships, struggles with dating. Communication is key in everything. Like, if you can't talk to somebody about yourself, your needs, your hopes, your desires, where you think it's going wrong, the frustrations that if you can't communicate, then you don't really have anything. So I would say the communication, just have the conversation. What do you have to lose?
Yeah, no, I get that. I'm constantly saying to my clients when they come to me and they've gone through a breakup or they feel like they're about to head through a breakup, I'm like, have you spoken to this person? And they're like, yeah, but there's just no talking to them. And I'm like, I get that. And sometimes people are like a brick wall, aren't they? But you've got to sort of find the middle ground, even if it's like just etching towards the middle a bit, you know. Like, for example, I had a client, she's finished with me now coaching, so she won't mind me saying this, and she'll probably put it in a review, to be honest, that she was having a real breakdown in communication after 15 years of marriage.
Wow.
And they couldn't communicate. They couldn't even sit in the same room and talk.
Wow.
And, you know, I was saying to her, what is it that's stopping you talking to him? And she's like, I don't know. Every time I speak to him, I'm angry. And I'm like, okay, so something's triggered a fight or flight in you that every time he's in the room, you're angry. So when did you get angry?
Yeah.
Like, go back. When did you get angry? And she's like, well, probably after my mum died. And instead of being there for me, he fucking went to work every day. And you're like, there we go.
Yeah.
So sit down and say to him, I haven't been able to look you straight in the eye, let alone in the other eye, for 2 years now, because the time when my mum died and you went to work. Because we'll sit on things, don't we? And we bottle things up instead of just going, hey, this has irritated me.
Yeah.
No, I think this is it's both a blessing and a curse. I can't help it.
Can you communicate really easily?
I communicate far too easily, I think.
Some people appreciate it and some people really don't.
I think I scare people off.
Yeah.
Have you had clients like that scare people off because they communicate too freely?
Yeah, well, and it's really worse when they ask for your opinion and you give your opinion and then they're like,
What would you give me that for?
You kind of asked for it. Like, so some people want honesty and then when they're hit with the honesty, they don't like it. They don't like it. But if you're in that situation where you're not communicating, you don't want to lose it. You'd rather work for it. I would just say, just talk. But if you are talking and they're telling you, I don't want it, you have to kind of believe them as well.
Yeah.
You have to believe what they're saying.
I think that's a big problem, because I think that's a big problem where people don't believe it when people say they're not ready, or they want them to be ready.
I actually think the biggest problem in dating today is people date the potential.
Ooh,
they're not dating the reality, they're dating the potential. And I actually think we're all capable of doing it.
I think we all do it. I've dated some potential in the time.
Honestly.
I had a kid with the potential.
Yeah, it's so easy to do it though.
You go, you know what? They'll be cracking at 40.
Yeah. But the reality is, it's not a fairy tale. And so you have to stop thinking they're going to be your Prince Charming once they've got over that addiction, got the promotion, bought their house, divorced their ex-wife. Like, stop thinking it's going to be better one day and look at the reality.
That's it. Do you think it comes not just from being a good person, but from being an insecure person too? Because if you have insecurities in you and you're yearning for someone to like see past them, you will see past someone else's as well, won't you?
Absolutely.
It works both ways.
Absolutely.
I think that's a huge thing. I see that a lot in my clients when they're like, no, they're not a bad person. And I'm like, I didn't say they was. I think it is crazy because people won't just date potential. They will create a whole life from that potential as well. I see it so often. I see it in friends, well, not friends. See it in clients, see it in family members. You see it all over the shop, don't you? But you can't call it out sometimes because you know if you burst that bubble and you burst that potential, they're going to get hit by reality again, and that's going to hurt them.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's terrifying.
And sometimes we're a bit scared of calling it out because we're a bit scared of that bubble bursting too. And sometimes it's easier for us to just pretend.
Fear of exposure, isn't it?
Yeah.
We expose someone else, even though we can see it in black and white, we fear that they're going to re-expose us back. And 9 times out of 10, that does happen. When you tell your mate, hey, your boyfriend's a cunt, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
The boyfriend will go, well, your mate's a cunt, you know.
Yeah.
And whoever's got the most emotional tie, they win.
Yeah.
So then, you know, your friend becomes a tug of war 9 times out of 10, don't they? I've had that a few times where I've been like, your mate's a bellend, or your fella's a bellend. I had it not so long ago with one of my best friends. I actually had to catch a fella out being a bellend.
Really?
Yeah, we almost fell out over it.
Did she know?
He was driving her insane.
Okay.
Gaslighting her to the point where she was really getting unwell. And she said, I know he's doing all these things behind my back, but I can't prove it. And I said, say no more. So I got him on the phone, lured him into a false sense of security, and let him spend the next 3.5 hours, by the way, 3.5 hours, dragging my mate, trying to make me fall out with her, trying to convince me to wreck her life, telling me everything she'd ever said about me.
Wow.
Now, at this point, she could have said I was anything I wouldn't have cared. All I'm here to do is prove that your man was your biggest hater.
Yeah.
Because she was getting ill. And they're still not together now. She finished with him. Don't get me wrong, we nearly fell out.
So she did finish with him?
She finished with him, yeah. We nearly fell out. She was like, why the fuck did you do that? I was like, mate, I said say no more. I'm sorry. I said say no more. Like, you're getting ill. She was ringing me every other night. I'm gonna take my life. Like, I feel fucked. Like, what do I do? And I was like, I need to do something. You know, when you're thinking, I've got to do something. But I don't know what to do. I can't come in and just rip him out your house. But then anyway, he's messaging me, you've ruined my family. I said, no, I ain't. So wait and see what happens to you. I said, I'll tell you what happened to me. I'll stand at that girl's wedding. You won't.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
She knows who the maid of honour is, mate. Just didn't know who the husband was. You know what I mean?
I love that.
Off you go.
I love
Best thing I ever did. Do you ever find that with the fellas that you do dating coaching with, they do feel like they have the upper hand because they are more financially stable? Because that's what her fella was like.
Money definitely does come into it. They used to being told yes a lot, and And a lot of the clients I deal with are wealthy. It's more in the matchmaking side. They definitely were wealthy, and they just had bigger shopping lists of the women that they.
What?
That they
You're going to
like.
have to so bigger shopping list. So they come to you as a matchmaker and it's like a shopping list.
Yeah.
What's the weirdest one you've had?
Well, a lot of people thinking they're maybe a lot funnier than. So basically, the context of that story was I had a client and he was super, super rich, and he showed me a picture of his ex-wife, and he's like, I mean, look, this is the kind of woman I attract. She was stunning, absolutely stunning,
Absolutely
like
gorgeous,
15 years younger than him, absolutely beautiful. And I said, wow, she really is gorgeous. And he says, yeah. He says, and the age difference, he said, it's because I'm so funny, I attract younger people.
That's why, mate. Nothing to do with the 9 yachts, 6 houses, 2.
That guy did not make me laugh once, and I worked with him for 6 months. He was not a funny guy.
Not funny.
He was not a funny guy.
Not funny.
Like,
how tall was he?
He was short. I'm going to say 5'7".
So he wasn't funny.
Yeah.
He was Lord Farquaad.
But he really, really believed in his head that money did not come into this. He thought he was so funny. It attracted these younger, stunning women that didn't care about height. I mean, I know I got about height all the time saying, it doesn't matter. But honestly, these ladies weren't attracted to his sense of humour. They weren't.
Really?
They weren't.
Did it make you feel bad for him a bit?
A little bit, because he genuinely believed it.
Did you advise him like it as almost like maternally? Like, because I wouldn't have been able to help it. I'd be like, look, come here, you little man, get on my knee. Yeah. Come on. These ladies are robbing you, Jacob.
Yeah.
They're nicking your pockets.
Well, it's a hard one. You know, he's happy. These women were happy. So actually, what has it got to do with me? You know, if I've got a woman telling me that that's the kind of man she's looking for, and I've got a man saying that's the kind of woman he's looking for, who am I to judge?
Fair point. I still would have, though.
Secretly, maybe.
Yeah, I still would have. I'd have been like, because I would hate it. I would see him as my son. That being the problem.
Yeah.
Because my son's a little man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know one day he'll probably get bigger, but he also might not.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like, I'd be looking at him like, oh my God, these girls, because I know what girls are like.
Yeah.
Like, we all grow up with those girls that aim for the affluent, less attractive blokes, less physically attractive blokes.
Yeah.
And they will aim for them because of the lifestyle they'll get from it. I used to be mates with a girl, and I say mates very loosely because I do not want to be conditioned or tarred into the same box as this person.
Right.
Put me in the same box as any of my old crackhead mates. Not a problem.
But not her.
Not this girl. But she moved to Dubai. Right? She moved to Dubai. And her aim for moving to Dubai was quite literally to get in the middle of marriages.
Wow.
Right? Because she knew that they would pay her off.
Wow.
Wow, yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. She's still there doing it now. It's a full business for her. She's known for it.
I don't remember that being a career option when I was at school.
No, right? Careers Day, go be a tramp in the Emirates. Yeah.
That is unreal.
Yeah, that was her whole plan, right? So she moved out there as a nanny. It gets worse. She moved out there as a nanny, right? A nanny for kids, so she could definitely go into houses. Yeah.
Dangerous.
Yeah, dangerous woman. And she'd befriend the wife.
Oh,
so
no,
she'd know
that's
all
the
of
bit
her
I hate the
schedule.
most.
Yeah. She'd get to know the kids. And then she'd get to know the fella, basically, and just get in there. And she's been there now for, I would say, close to 5 years. And if you looked at her Instagram, you would think she was an influencer. You would think that her job was full-time influencing.
So she's making money from
She's
doing
making
this.
money from doing it. And every time I see her buy a new bag or a new whatever, I think that is blood money.
Yeah.
That has come off the back of somebody's fucking relationship. Do you know what I mean?
That is awful.
It's sickening, mate. Yeah. And I think that's why, you know, that story where you're like, oh, they're really attracted to him, but they're not, are they?
Yeah.
They just want the money. That's what
We do
drives
live
me.
in a really crazy world now.
Insane.
Where
Black
people
Mirror,
are-
babe. Black Mirror.
Yeah. It's scary, but that's so sad. Like, I believe in karma. Like,
100%.
Karma's going to come and bite that girl on the
100%.
bum one day.
Yeah, it will. I could probably guess how as well. But it's fine.
Yeah.
As you were. Enjoy your Louis Vuitton bags. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, stuff's just stuff.
That's
Like,
it.
I'd rather...
I'd rather have my morals and my values than a Louis Vuitton bag bought because I
Absolutely.
sucked someone's husband off in the kitchen. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Grim.
Absolutely.
She doesn't post with them. Like, she doesn't like post the families that she goes for.
Really?
Yeah, but she never posts the families.
Oh, I'm
Probably
gonna have to
because
go do a little Google
I'll
search.
show you her. I'll show you
Okay,
at the end of the episode. Probably because the families would find out that they all have the same problem once she gets employed by them. Do you know what I mean?
It's a matter of time. Matter of
Dirty
time.
bitch.
Karma will do its thing.
Scruffy cunt. I've got to ask for all the girlies, what makes someone unforgettable to a guy?
If I knew that, I probably wouldn't be single.
Oh, Jenna! Letting the team down.
I don't know. All you can ever do is be yourself. Like you just have to be yourself. And
Yeah, but these women that these men are hung up on, what have they done? How have they done it?
I don't know.
I'm asking for a fucking mate, Jenna. Help me out.
No, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, there's a million trillion courses out there, isn't there? Where it's like $7 and I'll tell you how to catch any man. $10 for this course, and I'll.
Hey, 50 quid, I'll tell you how to lose one in 24 hours.
honestly, I to be fair, I kind of did something similar. My Instagram page, I used to do, it was faceless, and I used to do a lot of quotes, and it was like 10 ways to seduce a man, 10 ways to win him over, and all this. And then one day I just thought, it's a load of shit. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not doing it.
Shit, I love it.
So I put my face to my Instagram and stopped with all those quotes, and I lost 10,000 followers. So that was
How to lose 10,000 followers in one day.
show your face. It's a real confidence boost.
Show your
real.
face and tell them everything you've previously said is a pile of shit.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's,
You've got to do it though, haven't you?
Yeah.
Sometimes you
Good
got
job I'm not a business coach.
Good job, eh? No, sometimes you just got to throw yourself down the pan, haven't you, and go, you know what? I woke up today and I'm a hypocrite.
Totally.
I
But
don't
that's
believe in
the
anything I
things
used to
that
say.
Sell. People want that quick fix, and
That's it,
you know,
they do.
there isn't 5 texts that you can send that will make him propose in
Is
28
there not
hours.
10 words you can say that will keep him hooked on you forever?
No,
Fucked.
there isn't.
That explains why I've got 2 kids' dads then. I've been sending this text now for 6 years. It ain't been working.
You didn't buy it off me for $7, did you? That's
No.
the guide. No.
Put on that PayPal sale you did.
And that is the truth of the matter. People want that quick fix
do.
and that, tell me the things to say, the things to do, and I'll do it. There isn't.
There isn't.
There isn't. I wish there was, but there isn't. You just got to be yourself. And hopefully they'll fall for the magic of you.
Fingers crossed.
Because that is the magic. No one else is bloody you. So be you.
I wasn't myself in one of my relationships when I was younger.
Okay. Who are you?
This is so embarrassing. No, it's not. I'm saying this like I haven't said it a million times. I pretended that I was Spanish.
Okay. Why?
Oh, don't. So when we first made friends, right, he was well fit.
Okay.
He was proper fit. Like, I saw him on the first day that I went to this place that I'm not going to name because everyone will be right onto it. And I don't want to get done for slander and defamation. Not today, darling. And I was like, wow, you're well fit. You know that when you see someone, it's just that like that instant attraction.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Wow, he's amazing. But I was a gimp. Like, I'd grew up with fuck all. My dad didn't even have a window on his house half the time.
Right.
Genuinely, like, I grew up with fuck all. My mum tried her best. God bless her. So I was a little bit of a Tracy Beaker.
Right.
Like, my life has got to be better. I will make you like me. And he'd just come back from spending time traveling the world, basically.
Okay.
And we were talking about types one day, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I like girls that are like Latino or something along those lines." And I'm like, "Well, funny you should say that."
Oh no.
But I was also on a lot of drugs, and I also drank a lot. And no one really knew when I was sober. And if you asked me, I'd have said I was so anti-drugs. I was such a gobshite, honestly. If you brought cocaine near me, I'd be like, "Oh my God, get that away from me." It's only because I'd had enough.
Really?
Yeah. I shouted at this particular guy for being coked up after a night out.
And you had been taking coke?
Obviously.
Wow.
All sorts, right? I was drunk all day, every day, near enough, but to the point where people didn't know I was pissed. And they just thought it was me.
That was your normal.
That was my normal, because I'd wake up in the morning and I'd go and get little Tia Maria from the train station shop.
Okay.
Or like limoncello, if they had the little limoncello
Right,
bottles.
okay.
Whatever they had on the midget things, I'd have them in the morning, right? But bearing in mind, I'd have been drinking till about 1 in the morning anyway, so I was still pissed. Getting up, just on rotate. So I've met this guy. I was pissed anyway because it was my first day of this thing that I was going to do. and I didn't want to turn up sober. So I was pissed anyway, to be fair, and I'd had a joint. So I was outside, and I think I said to him, have you got a lighter or something? No, he said to me, have you got a lighter? And I was like, yeah, here you go. And he was absolutely gorgeous. I remember looking at him and thinking, whoa, I'm fucked now.
Oh.
Like, I'm fucked. And he obviously wasn't interested in me because I had a dirty big white coat on that I'd tried to clean with wet wipes on the train. Do you know what I mean? Like, and as we got mates, I thought, you won't love me. Like, there's no way you'll love me. This was years ago now, by the way, so don't go shedding no tears because I'm over it now.
You're over it?
Yeah, loads. Totally over it.
Here we are talking about it.
Here we are. You're a dating PA. I'm using you. You've got to use what you've got. So anyway, I'd lied to him. I said I was Spanish. I even learned how to speak Catalan.
Did you actually learn?
Yeah.
It? That's impressive.
Yeah.
Because you do have like that gorgeous like look about you.
Well, yeah. My family, we don't originate from the England, but I'm not fucking from Catalonia. Why did I say that? Nobody knows. Lots of drinks. Yeah, it was a limoncello. Lots of drink, lots of drugs that I was denying to the whole world.
Yeah.
And a souped up ego to try and get this person to like me. And then by the time we actually liked each other, I realised, oh, you would have liked me anyway. But now I've been putting on this stupid fucking Spanish accent for 12 months. I can't.
Did you actually learn the language?
I swear to you, I learned Catalana.
That is dedication.
Catalan, sorry, not Catalan. I learned Catalan.
That is dedication.
Yeah, because I was like, right, we're going to have to get married, so I'm going to have to cut my whole family off. Oh, I had it planned. I was like, I'm going to cut my whole family off. That's it. I'll just me and you forever. Fuck it, right? And then I realised, what did you do that for? Like, what did you... To the point where my dad was a bad smackhead, right? And he had this mate of his that constantly had like pure schizophrenia all the time. And I used to call him an uncle because that's just what you do, innit?
Yeah.
And he'd ring me randomly and he'd tell me I needed to leave the house and all this. And because I couldn't say to this guy, hey, by the way, this guy's definitely got schizophrenia because he's been doing MDMA since he came out of his mother's cunt, right? And all the rest of it. I said, oh, my dad was in this Catalonian cartel. And that's why they randomly ring me sometimes. Mate, I went in. I couldn't stop. To the point where, mate, to the point where one day I just had to be like, I can't do this anymore. I had to kick him out.
Really?
Yeah, I
what,
swear
from
to you.
living the lie?
Yeah, I was like, can't do it, right? I remember that 3 days before, I was sat looking at him over dinner, and I thought, what am I doing? Like, you don't even know me. I've been that pissed. I've been off my head for that long. Like, we've got a house and everything. I swear to you, we've got a house and everything, right? Wow. But because I was that off my head, it was almost like it was a different me. Does that make sense? So, like, I was me when I went to work. I was a normal me. And then I wasn't. The minute I had this whole, like, separate life because I was so off me barnet. But even he didn't know I was off my head. Once, I made him take me to the fucking Countess of Chester because I was having a panic attack. I thought I'd overdosed.
Really?
I swear to you, I thought I'd overdosed. I just couldn't tell him the truth. I thought I'd overdosed. And I couldn't see or anything. I was in the Countess of Chester screaming on the floor, going, I can't see. Honestly, I thought I'd overdosed. I was shitting myself.
How long were you with him?
3 years nearly.
That is a long time to not be truly you.
It was horrible. It's horrible. And I remember looking at him all the time thinking, fuck, I proper love you, but you don't know me.
Wow.
Like,
and did he ever? Did you ever come clean?
No.
Oh, is this you doing it now?
No. I think he clocked on.
Yeah. Wow.
I hope he clocked on. Imagine if he's watching this now. Going, to be fair, I think he'd get it.
That must have been harsh, though, living
it was horrible.
A fake life and somebody loving the fantasy.
Well, I was the real me, but like with a fucking stupid Spanish accent, and like instead of being like, "Hey, I grew up with fuck all," because he was rich as well. He had a big he had a good family. Do you know what I mean? Like they did all sorts.
Yeah.
They thought it was really normal to eat salmon.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? It's not normal to eat salmon when you're on a council estate.
No, it's
not.
fish fingers.
The first time I ever had salmon, not out of a tin, was at his mum's.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it came out of a tin. So like when she was saying she was making salmon, she was like, "Do you like salmon?" I was like, "Oh, it's all right," because I was thinking I can't be asked picking the bones out, mate. Genuinely. And then she brought it on the table with all these little potatoes. And I was thinking, "You's a posh," you know. I remember taking pictures of his garden, being like, "What a gaff!" Like, and he had a little outhouse that he slept in the house and everything, like his own fucking bathroom. And I was like, "Wow!" His outhouse was the size of my dad's house.
Really?
Yeah, I swear to you. And I remember thinking, "Shit." Like, my dad was ringing me while I was at his, and I was like, "You're gonna have to fuck off, father. Like, I am busy." And he's like, "Will you send me a £5, please?" And I'm like, "Dad, please."
It's hard when you live two
heavy.
lives. Like, I don't come from a wealthy background either, and like, so sometimes dealing with wealthy people at work, it's really hard when you're like literally opposite ends of the spectrum. It's like, wow. But I think that's what makes us good coaches.
Yeah,
you know, when
100%.
you can relate to people
Yeah.
from, I mean, sometimes there's, so I actually had this woman and she asked for a match. I got this match. I'm not even joking. It was so good. And when I presented it to her, she phoned me up. She was livid. And she was like, "I can't believe you've introduced me to him. Well, want to introduce me to him." And I was like, "Why?" And she said, "Because he likes yachts." She went, "I like cruise ships." And I'm not even joking. I was sat in the office.
Problem to have, eh? Oh.
Honestly, I like that week. I had conversations with friends from my growing up me about food banks, and you know, and people were donating stuff for the in my sister's village. Like this girl collects stuff to give to the families, like some toys and stuff and whatever. And I'm like, yeah, let's get behind that. And then I'm going to work and I'm hearing this about a bloody yacht. And I was thinking,
Mad, innit?
I can't. It's really hard sometimes to be in both camps because I wanted to say to her, "Oh, come on, this is real problems," you know. But it is important to her, and she knows no different. You know, she's probably been brought up with a lot of money, and boats are her life, and she doesn't like yachts. I like yachts. She doesn't like yachts, so it was important to her. And so trying to find that everyone doesn't have the same upbringing as you.
No.
So some people that know my upbringing will go, "Oh, that sounds quite poor," or quite. It wasn't. It was the bloody 90s, and it was great, and I loved it, and I wouldn't change it. But it makes it sometimes difficult to remember, okay, that isn't the way everyone's childhood looks, you know, and that comes into relationships as well.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, because that's our normal. Even yours is chaotic.
Oh, mate, it was insane.
Yeah, it was an understatement when I said chaotic.
Insanio in the brain.
Yeah.
It was mad. Oh, what a time.
But that
God bless
shapes
my
who
dad.
you are.
Yeah. It does.
Yeah.
It has shaped who I am.
Of course.
But I think it took about 85 goes to get there. So, but I think that's why I relate so much to my clients.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they come to me and they know I'm not going to judge them. I'm like, "What have you fucking done?
Yeah.
What have you done?
Yeah.
Just tell me and we'll fix it." Because you are not your worst impulse ever. Do you know what I mean? I spent years thinking like, "Oh my God, I'm going to meet him one day in a coffee shop and we're going to sit down. It'll be raining outside, so neither of us will go back outside." This is my scenario. I'm going to sit down and tell him I lied to you.
Uh-huh.
Now let's get back together. And that was going to happen in my head.
Really?
Really? I swear to you.
Is that out your head now?
Yeah, that's ridiculous. What that is minor psychosis.
Uh-huh.
That's ridiculous.
It's
Now I think, right, we're going to go ice skating.
okay.
It's going to be the Christmas market.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
There's ice skates.
So you've just changed the location, really.
You know what they say? It's nothing like a jet to holiday. Let's put that to the side.
Let's
put it the fuck down. What would you say makes someone chase people? What makes them chase?
Sometimes we want what we can't have.
Oh,
You know, as a woman, if I can even say this from me personally, but I know a lot of women are like this. If you walk into a room and 10 people give you a wink or a flirt or I know that doesn't even happen anymore.
10 people give. I'll be like, it's a simulation.
But you know, like if there's 10 men in there that you know want you,
Yeah.
you'll want that 11th one that walked in and showed you no attention.
Really? Why do you reckon that is? I mean, I know why it is scientifically.
I don't know.
What do you think?
I want to know the scientific reason. I just think it's do we want something that we have to work for? Because we live in such a instant, you know, you want something, you have it now. You know, you're looking on the apps, you're swiping. Everything's so quick and so
accessible.
dopamine hit, you know. And is it actually deep down we want to work for something a bit?
I always put it down to the fact that our brains are made to help us survive.
Okay.
Right? And when someone is outside the norm, right? So if you think it's normal for everyone to look at you and go, fucking hell, and someone doesn't, your brain might perceive that as a threat. And it will do whatever it does to usually nullify a threat. So if, for example, if you found people threatening throughout your life, right, and every time they've been threatening, you've been really nice to them to like make them not be threatening, or you've gotten closer to them or whatever, you will naturally fall into someone who isn't interested in you to try and nullify the threat that comes of them not being interested in you.
Yeah.
Which then means you're trying to force them to be interested in you in a way. But at the same time, your brain doesn't really give a fuck if they're interested in you. It just wants to work out why they weren't.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And I think that's it.
Problem
it's
solving.
the intrigue.
It is. It's the why.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So I think that maybe with women, that's kind of a thing to chase. Men definitely want to work for things. They appreciate things if they're hunters, you know, by nature, they're hunters.
Yeah.
And it's like, and that's the thing with women think, well, they want sex, then they'll like me. Don't do it too quick. Don't do it too quick, because men appreciate the graft. They actually really do. If they work for it, they kind of appreciate it a little bit more. So
100%.
it's that they're hunters. Let them hunt.
I grafted my ex for years because I felt that guilty.
Really?
Yeah, graft. I used to text him every day saying love you. Like a weird cunt.
Really?
Yeah, and then I woke up one day and I thought, what are you doing?
Was he
Look at you.
replying?
Yeah.
Oh.
Go away in that.
Oh.
Yeah.
They don't put that on quotes on canvases in B&M, do they?
I'd ring him. My caller ID. I'd be like playing mad stuff down the phone.
Oh, wow.
You were always on my mind. And then one day my frontal lobe just connected and went, what are you doing? Like,
what did you want him to do on like the 300th call? Just say,
I wanted to
all right,
tell him, okay, yes, fine, we'll get back together. I forgive you, you big liar.
Did you say it in English or?
Yeah. But then I realised one day, I was like, hold on, Sara. Like, yeah, you were a weird cunt for a bit, but you were also young and addicted to everything, including Willie.
Yeah.
Like, let it go now, mate. Like, he would have to fucking graft you to fuck if you met him now. Like, why the fuck do women go for ugly, horrible blokes that treat them like shit?
Sometimes it's the way somebody makes you feel, isn't it? Like, if they bring that feeling, sometimes you overlook it. But I did do a video recently, I don't know if you watched it, about Shrekking. Have you heard about that?
What the fuck is Shrekking?
So it's a new dating term.
Love
Where
this.
it's people are dating down to try and get some kind of loyalty. So
I've done that for years.
have you?
I am fucking Fiona, bitch. Yeah.
Did I?
Let me tune in. What is Shrekking? I mean, this, as I say, this guy was fit, but every other fella I've ever dated, it's been an ugly cunt.
Really?
Promise, proper ugly. I'll show you some pictures and you'll go, whoa, they
Why
saw
do you
your
think you
fanny.
did? Why do you think you did that?
Because I wasn't that fit and I was a little gobshite and I was always addicted to shit. So I thought I can't get a proper fit, proper nice fella because I'm a wrong un.
Okay.
So
your self-worth wasn't there.
Yeah, my self-worth was like at the bottom.
Yeah.
Whereas now, if I bumped into anyone I'd ever seen, I would expect him to kiss my feet. It is the Shrekking because I know I've done it.
So it's where, let's just say, you know, you could get a solid 8 out of 10.
9.
But go for the 10. Right? So, but you go for somebody that's a bit less because you think he's going to be so grateful because he's punching to be with me that he's not going to cheat. He's going to bloody worship me.
They do.
Well, that's the spoiler. It doesn't matter. If a man's going to cheat, he's going to bloody cheat. Doesn't matter if he's a 5 and he's dating a 10. If he's got it in him to cheat, he'll cheat.
What is it? What is it that they've got in them?
They've got something missing in their life. They're seeking something, a bit of validation. They're normally insecure.
Ooh.
Normally really insecure. And so they're just looking for outside validation. So it's not really ever about the person that gets cheated on. It really isn't.
I always think it's a dip in masculinity because they are hunter-gatherers, aren't they, right? If they feel like they've completed the hunt, right, but they still don't feel like the man, they've got to go back out and hunt some more.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's really... I actually had a client once and we were talking about cheating. And he was a really, really successful businessman, right? And he said, I went, why is it so normal for successful men to cheat? I was like, 'cause I just come across it so much. Like, if you've got an insight, you know, I love to pick people's brains. And he said, it is considered normal And a lot of people don't actually like to go against that because they don't want to be seen as not a man's man that goes to the strip bar when they're out on business. And he said if he was looking to do business with somebody, let's say they were at a business meeting, they're in London, then it's like, let's go to a strip bar or let's get some girls back to the hotel. He would straight away not do business with them. Because he said, if you're going to do that to the women you love, you've got no loyalty to me in business. Wow, that is such an attractive trait to have.
That is.
That he was like, any man in my life that cheats on his missus or goes to a strip bar, whatever, he was like, I won't do business with him because that tells me where his morals are, where his loyalty is. But some men are scared to not go along with it because it's normal. It's absolutely not normal.
Do you think it's the same for like successful women?
What, cheating?
Yeah.
I've been shocked in this job how many women cheat.
I've cheated on everyone I've ever been with, -2.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so honest of you, by the way.
Oh, I don't care now. You know me. I don't care.
That's,
I don't give a shit.
But that is
That's
so
the thing.
honest. Why
Like,
did you do it?
Don't know. That's what I'm asking you. But I do know. I know the science behind
Who's
it.
coaching
obviously.
who here?
I know the science behind it. I know why I think I did it. But why would you say? Because obviously I was at that same time I was drinking, doing a lot of cartel clobber. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Chatting bare shit every day. Just living in a complete alternate reality.
Yeah.
And every time I would get honest with the person and tell them, sorry, I don't know why I've been doing this. Like, because that was my go-to. I would just...
Well, you would tell them
Yeah.
that you cheated.
Yeah.
Okay.
I told everyone.
Okay.
There's not been one person I haven't told.
Did they all forgive you?
No, did they fuck?
Really?
Yeah. But I
I
didn't
think you
expect
wanted them to finish with
No,
you,
I
really?
think I wanted them to get rid of me, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. The only person I didn't cheat on was the person that cheated on me loads.
Really?
But I only didn't cheat on him because he came home.
Wow.
Yeah. I've cheated on literally everyone bar 2.
Have you?
Really.
I take
And
it
one, I
you've
was
worked with them.
16, so like, does it count? Like, probably can't really cheat properly on a 16-year-old, can you? Because you're all just kissing and whatnot in the park.
Yeah.
Don't really, but I'm pretty sure I was texting his mates.
Yeah.
I will have been.
Uh-huh.
So like, I was cheating before I was even successful. Do you know what I mean? Like, I really was. And when I get with people, and I literally have said, like, I have been a cunt. Like, Lucy's dad, for example, when we first got together, I had to say to him, look, I've been a cunt, you know? Like, just so you're fully aware, this is my entire
So
personality.
you come with a disclaimer, do you?
Yeah,
Like
no.
you out yourself before they can
proper
out you.
disclaimer, like, that is my ethos. Like, you
Yeah.
can't shit on me because I will have already told you every single thing that stunk before. So there's no point even trying to. So don't fling shit where it don't need to be. Do you know what I mean? Now I had to sit down and say to him, look, I've been an absolute cunt. I was a fucking liar. I was a drug taker. I was an alcoholic, most definitely. I have cheated on every single person I've ever been with, bar one at that point. And I probably am not going to be the ideal candidate for a long-term relationship with you because I am completely fucked. And he was like, why are you telling me this? Basically,
Yeah.
And I was like, well, because I do like you. But ever since, I have never settled for anyone since I fucking threw my ex out.
Right, okay.
Right? So I have to give a disclaimer to every other person because that was like when the fake me died that day, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So from that day when I threw him out, I had probably about 12 months of being a psycho still.
Yeah.
Because it was just habitual of being a nutter.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Every day was just being a nutbag. And then I woke up one day, bosh. That was it.
It changed from then?
Changed from that day. And now I just literally tell everyone, okay, this is who I was. It was very strange. It was very, if you knew me at that point, I apologise strongly.
Yeah.
But now this is who I am. And I have to give a disclaimer to everyone because I have to tell them what they're in for.
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
They're not in for that now, though, are they?
Well, that's the thing. I'd like to say no. But same as an addict is never truly healed, can I say no 100%?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The human brain is a wonderful place, but it is a catalyst of shit. And it only takes the wrong trigger, doesn't it, to trigger you in the wrong way. And that's it. You'll fall in on your sword 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even vape these days.
Really?
Yeah, I can't even vape. If I go and have a vape, that will lead me to have a cigarette. If I have a cigarette, that will lead me to have a drink. If I drink, that will lead me to have a line. If I have a line, that will lead me to have it's going to go on.
Yeah.
Right? So I can't even vape.
Okay.
Because if I vape, I'm going to lie.
Really?
Promise you, yeah. If I vape, if I smoke, if I do anything like that, I'm going to chat shit.
Well, you're so honest, by the way.
Thanks, mate.
No, it's not like honest of all things.
Yeah.
I guess you're not proud of all of these things.
Oh,
but,
of course not.
Like, just acknowledging it and
Well, yeah.
the
No,
honesty,
you've got
it's
to.
refreshing.
You've got to.
People
because
aren't that honest.
People are full of shit, mate.
Yeah.
People are absolutely full of shit.
Yeah.
That's why I admire your job as a dating coach. Because
Mm-hmm.
you must sift through so much fucking shit.
Just the same as everyone that's dating is, though.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
so
yeah.
if I do a digital takeover and I like take over somebody's Bumble or Hinge or whatever, and I'm like kind of doing stuff for them, I'm like, no wonder people get burnt out with this because everyone's out lying.
Yeah, they are. They're all chatting shit.
And the thing is, so when I'm dating and I go on, let's just say Bumble.
Yeah.
I'm not promoting any apps, by the way.
Fine.
But I will look on there. Now, according to Bumble, every single guy's perfect Sunday is going for a long walk and having a roast dinner by a fire. That's everybody's perfect
What
Sunday.
are they? Labradors?
And it's like, I don't walk. I am the laziest person in the world. And I just think, oh, I really like my Sundays in bed doing a face mask and scrolling.
Leave me alone.
Yeah. So I think you're too active for me. And all he does is walk on a Sunday and he's probably lying. But I'm like, so I think, stop lying and making yourself so extravagant.
Yeah, you don't need to.
Because actually, most of us are very bloody normal.
We're boring.
And
We're
we then
boring.
feel inferior, like, oh, but they go hiking every Sunday, or they do this, and I do nothing. We're all just bloody busy.
We're boring monkeys.
Yeah.
I like to see what people put on dating sites. One of my mates is back on Tinder.
Have you had a look
I
at
love her Tinder. And she's fit, so she gets all the weirdos.
I think everybody's mate should take over there.
I love it.
Or whatever.
I love it. And I'll sit there and I say to her, can I have a little look? Can I have a little scroll? Because she's like, no, because you'll reply to people.
Yeah.
And I won't, I promise. And she was talking to this guy called William. Obviously, I can say his name because there's millions of Williams on Tinder. And his first picture was him in a pool like this. Tats out. Pool, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gorgeous. I said, well, how tall is he? She went, I don't know. It doesn't say in his profile. He looks pretty tall, though. Does he? Mm-hmm. So she said to him, how tall are you? So he goes, oh, I'm 5'9". I said, I'm telling you now, that geezer's 5'7".
Absolutely, because he would have put his height on his thing.
She went, what do you mean, Sara? I was like, I'm telling you, as one ex-gob shite to another.
Yeah.
He's 5'7".
Yeah.
And she was like, I do not Anyway, she went on a date with him. Right, you had to drive an hour to meet him, right? Because he didn't drive, his car was getting fixed or some shit. Right, no, one of them. My Rolls Royce is getting refurbished at the moment, and she went to meet him. Got out of her car. Her car, by the way, is a big Jeep. Step down, motherfucker, step down.
How tall?
Well, this girl that's my mate is 5'7", and he was smaller. She said he was lovely, but she said to him, like, why did you lie about your height? And he was like, oh, I just didn't think you'd come on a date with me. And she was like, no, I would have, but now, because you lied about that, I'm assuming you're lying about other things.
Absolutely.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I think you've got a wife at home now.
Yeah. And it just shows no respect for somebody's time. Because they've made that decision to date you. Catfishing is unreal, isn't it? And you know there's so many different versions of that now.
Go on.
So we've got catfishing. I'm going to say nearly every man I've spoken to has been catfished. So different versions of catfishing is hat fishing. Mm-hmm. It's where men just have a hat on in every single picture because then when you meet him, he's bald. So you can also be hat fished.
Catfishing.
And now there's chat fishing where they're getting ChatGPT to write all of their...
Fuck off. I could tell, though. Could you not tell? I could tell.
Yeah, normally if a man sounds like really, really super intelligent...
And here's the real part.
Yeah.
You go...
Yeah.
And they go, I really appreciate you talking about yourself like that to me. It takes some real depth.
Yeah,
you're like,
lots of dashes in the thing. I'm like...
massive dashes everywhere.
Yeah.
Dickheads, man.
Yeah. So no, there's loads of it. But I don't get the catfishing thing. And it really has honestly happened to most men. Right, so different versions of catfishing is hat fishing. Mm-hmm. It's where men just have a hat on in every single picture because then when you meet him, he's bald. So you can also be hat fished.
Catfishing.
And now there's chat fishing where they're getting ChatGPT to write all of their...
Fuck off. I could tell, though. Could you not tell? I could tell.
Yeah, normally if a man sounds like really, really super intelligent.
And here's the real part.
Yeah.
You go,
Yeah.
and they go, I really appreciate you talking about yourself like that to me. It takes some real depth.
Yeah.
You're like,
Lots of dashes in the thing. I'm
there's
like,
massive dashes everywhere.
Yeah.
Dickheads, man.
Yeah. So no, there's loads of it. But I don't get the catfishing thing. And it really has honestly happened to most men. If you ask a man when he's getting back out there, maybe he's been divorced, he's been in marriage for a lot of years, going back out there, and you say, right, how are you feeling about dating? You know, what's like your biggest fear? His biggest fear is always she doesn't look like her pictures, or she...
I always find that mad because if you've been married for that long, you know that people don't look the way they look every day.
Yeah.
It's always mad, isn't it? Like,
Yeah. But girls are smart with their pictures.
Oh,
Come
girls
on.
are clever.
Like, nobody naturally has those dog ears and tongue hanging out that they did on Snapchat. You know,
Mate, you've gone
take
back
the
about
filter
10
off.
years. No one does that anymore.
I know. Yeah. I'm 44, God.
You're telling your age now, Jay. No one uses the dog filter anymore.
Taking on a
It's
disposable
all
camera.
like, it's all, people don't look like how they look like with a sepia filter. No, they're using
All right, I'm
bold
old.
glamour now. Everyone's
Yeah.
got big lashes on.
But honestly, I really don't understand it. But men's biggest fear, because that's what happens to them most of the time, is that they turn up and I'm going to say catfish and they don't look like their pictures. Their biggest fear, when they're really honest, is she's bigger than what she
Really?
said. Yeah. Out of most of the people I've asked, it's that she doesn't look like her picture. And when you push them on that and you say, what? Looks a bit older than her picture, or not wearing makeup when she had loads of makeup on, and they've got no bigger.
It's crazy that, isn't it? Men's biggest fear is the woman's going to be fatter. Female's biggest fear is he's going to date rape her and kill her.
Absolutely.
What a life.
Yeah. It's scary. It's scary to date. It
Terrifying.
Really is.
Absolutely terrifying.
It
I got
really is.
cockfished.
What? Tell me about that.
Cockfished.
Which is...
When they pretend they've got a bigger cock than they have.
Wow. That's awful.
I legitimately got sent pictures of someone else's willy.
Really?
Swear to you. Somebody...
Well, so you welcome those kind of pictures?
Well, I mean, I was 19.
Oh, okay.
darling.
Okay.
I was 19 years old, and yeah, I did welcome them
And you did...
from anywhere. I wasn't fussy. I had the world's friendliest fanny, if I'm being completely honest. So it was like a buddy stop.
Have a little welcome mat.
Yeah. So I was going to meet this guy. I'd actually, weirdly enough, I'd known him quite a while, but like I'd known him when we were younger, then known him as we got older. You know, you just sporadically pop in and out of someone's life, that sort of way. And I got this little job, and it was in the centre of London, and it was just an interny type thing. And he was like, "Oh, I've got a job around the corner." And I was like, "Oh no," as if we've both ended up here. Because we both grew up in the same shitty little town. So I went and met up with him for some drinks and that. And if you've probably been to the centre of London before.
Yeah.
There's like an all bar one on like every corner. Do you know what I mean? And it was one of the all bar ones where it's all glass round the windows and all big high seats.
Yeah.
And he sat there and we're talking. He's gorgeous, right? And I'm like, yeah, definitely shag him, right? So then I start talking to him a bit more because I'm like, you know what? We're just two people thrown into a big hectic city. What are the chances you could be my soulmate?
You're such a fantasist.
I am, right? So then we'll start sending pictures of my twat from all its various angles. And here's the flap folded left ways, right? And he's like, oh, he sent me some pictures back, and I'm like, fuck it now, God, you're packing, aren't you? He's only a skinny bloke. He's not particularly tall. He's got a nice jawline. Do you know what I mean? Nice. I'm thinking, fucking hell, yeah, I could do some damage with that, couldn't you? Right? Anyway, so I go to examine the damage in person about 2 weeks later after talking, and I'm sort of, I'm in a place where I can't get joy. I hate to quote Amy Winehouse at this particular time. And I'm saying to him, you all right? And the reason I'm checking if he's all right is because it isn't growing any bigger than one would expect it to, given the anaconda I was sent numerous pictures of. And I'm like looking at him and he's looking at me. And I know that he knows I want to tell him what is wrong with this moment.
Yeah.
Why does it not look like it's pictures?
Yeah.
Like, why have I been cockfished?
Did you say anything?
Yeah, I had to.
Did you?
I had to.
Fair play.
I mean, I was, you know me, even as a gobshite, I was very against anyone else being a gobshite.
Yeah.
Right? So, you know what I mean? I had a sense of loyalty for no one apart from myself, but it was still there. I said to him, it doesn't look like his pictures, you know? And he was like, oh, it's just the angles. I was like, no, even the head's a bit different. I was going into detail. And he was like, you make me feel insecure now. It's getting like his clothes back on. I'm like, look, I'm sorry. But that's ridiculous. That's not like a small difference. That's a small, I mean, it is a small difference, but it's like.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, you make me feel insecure now. Just go. And then it was about 3-4 years later. I'd moved closer to home and he happened to move to the same city as me again. Now that I'm saying this, I think brother's like something off you. It's all right. I've just realised there's too many coincidences here. It's fine. It's fine. I'm having a penny drop moment that I didn't think I'd ever have. Oh, shit. So I'm in another city that's not our hometown that he happens to just be living in 5 minutes away, round the corner. Oh, no. And we're at this bar called Bar Lounge. Right? Have you ever been to Chester?
No.
And so you've got Bar Lounge, then you've got Main Road. So I see this little geezer running across the main road towards Bar Lounge. And I'm sat there, I'm like, fucking hell, is that blank? And he's like, yes. I'm like, hi, how are you? We're talking like we've never had this happen before, okay? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm good. We're having a good chat. And then one of my mates starts talking to him. She checked with me first. She's like, I'm all right to chat with him. I'm like, yeah, of course you are. Like, she's like, didn't you like speak to him back in the day? I was like, we didn't do anything, trust me. But I didn't want to embarrass him, so I didn't go into I didn't go into it because like it's not my business to tell someone else about your penis. Do you know what I mean? So I said, we didn't do anything. Don't worry, we're still good mates. It is what it is. Right? Anyway, a couple of months after they stopped dating, because they dated for quite a while, right? My mates runs a beautiful Italian restaurant in Chester. Shout out to Sam at Carbonara, and we're all sat on the rows, and we're getting drunk at this point. Now, obviously, I say we're getting drunk. I don't drink.
Right.
So like I have one if I go out. But they were getting ruthless, right? So they're like steaming drunk. And she goes, I just gotta say it. His dick doesn't look like it's pics.
So he was still using
He was
those
using
pics.
the same pictures. I said, I said, can I see him? I said, can I see the picture? She went, what? I said, I just need to see him. I said, I'll explain it afterwards. I just need to see him. Like, imagine saying to a mate, I just need to see pictures of your ex-boyfriend's cock, right? I was like, I just need to see it. I'll explain afterwards. She's like, right, okay. She shows me, like, I've seen that Willy before. I've seen it. You regurgitate and recycling the same cock pics from years ago.
So he hadn't even learned from it.
Mate, whose dick was that?
Somebody doesn't even know theirs is being used.
Someone somewhere has no idea that this man is like cock fishing people with their penis, right? And like we came up with a whole rumour that it must be one of his mates because one of his mates is this big rugby player, right? And he's fucking gorgeous. We're like, it must be his dick.
Do you think?
He's showing everyone his homeboy's dick. But yeah, anyway, just thought I'd tell you that. Not quite sure.
Well, I never knew that was a thing.
Yeah, I've got cockfished.
So I never knew that.
Yeah, where they send you pictures of other people's penis.
Wow. I don't think people should send pictures like that anyway. Do you?
You don't like nudes?
Do you think they're out now, aren't they?
I hate nudes. I hate them all. I would never send a nude.
I've never sent one in my life. Honestly, I swear to you on my life, I never ever have. Yeah. No,
mate, I should have charged at one point. Everybody gets a nude.
Yeah, I don't know if that's on its way out. I don't know if people date different now with things like that. I don't know. Is that more of a Snapchat thing?
We can't cancel nudes.
Maybe it is because I'm older and I don't do Snapchat.
Did you just send a picture of your tits on a postcard?
By pigeon.
Pigeon tits. Don't. Oh, I love a good nude. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
If it's solicited,
yeah.
Like,
wow.
If it's an unsolicited picture of your arsehole, keep it, Gerald. It's mad though. So would you say that the nude culture has ruined normal dating because everyone's just sending pictures of their baps?
Yeah, it's like I say about men being hunters. They don't want things that easy. They really don't. I just spoke to a guy once and he said they were having a normal conversation and she just sent him a picture.
That's me!
It was you! I never realised.
That would have been me!
Yeah.
What are you having for dinner? This!
They want to work for things because they do.
All right, so how would you say to get someone properly wrapped in your spell? You can't give them no minge, no titties, nothing.
No.
What do you give them? Grief. Constant
chat.
grief.
Yeah. It's just chat. Just being yourself, having experiences and, things like that. You don't have to do that. You don't do that anymore, do you?
Of course not.
Good.
I've had 2 kids. Absolutely nobody wants my nudes these days. I couldn't sell them, mate. What attachment style would you say is the worst when it comes to dating?
A dismissive avoidant mixture between anxious and avoidant. So it's if you go out with somebody like this, you'll really know they're kind of, things are going well. It's normally when things are going well, and then they'll say, "Oh, I'm not feeling that anymore. I think I'm going to end it," and they'll just create drama for no reason. Is it hit a nerve? But really, they don't really want to end it. They want reassurance. So they're not actually really saying, "I want to walk away." They're actually really saying, in a roundabout way, "Please tell me I'm wanted here. Please tell me." But then the avoidant also will just walk away. So they'll go that way and really expect you to chase them, and it's draining. Absolutely draining. Are you this person, or have you dated this person? With
No
that little
comment,
laugh?
Your Honour.
I've only ever met one secure person. A secure
Really?
attachment style, yeah.
What were they like?
My husband.
Oh!
Ex-husband, though. But he was...
Fuck off now. My ex-husband is the only person I've found with a secure attachment type.
He's honestly the only, and he shows up that way in his friendships, in his family, in his relationships with his children. He is such a... He screams of a secure attachment style.
Why the fuck is he your ex-husband?
Because I'm not secure. I'm an avoidant.
Oh,
but
man, you got to go and give him a blowy.
Yeah.
Is he the one that drove you here?
Yeah.
You know what to do. All the way home.
Absolutely not. But the thing is, you don't just need a secure and a secure. But I have never met a secure person before. And even in my work, it's very, very rare to find someone that's a secure attachment style. And if you do, they're amazing.
Gold dust.
But you won't trust it. If you've come from constantly attracting avoidance, you will be, well, where's the chaos? Where's the drama? And then you'll label it as boring and you'll end it. When you actually had a really secure person there that wanted to love you consistently, wanted, all of these things, and you've dismissed it as boring because they're not all of these chaotic attachment styles that you say you don't like, but you're hooked. You're hooked to them then, because that's what feels familiar to you, is all these drama, the finishing and the getting back together and the blocking but looking at each other's Insta stories, and you get hooked to that. And it's,
you get addicted to it, don't you?
And then you find what you say you want and you say it's boring. And it's, So if you find a secure one, it's very bloody rare. And everyone wants their own attachment style to be secure. I'd love to be. I don't have a secure attachment style.
I'm very fucking aware. Mine is not secure. My seatbelt is broken.
Yeah. But you can change it.
How would you change it then?
You can work on it. And
how?
You have to go really deep and be, why do I do these things?
Not for me. I'm absolutely perfect now. I'm talking about everyone else. How would they do it?
It normally actually goes back to childhood.
What a shock.
I know. And I hate to do the whole blame the parents thing. So I've got 4 children myself, and I don't want them to grow up and blame me
kids
for everything.
myself, and they're all fucked.
Yeah, honestly. And I don't want them to grow up and blame me. So I do hate the whole blame the parents thing. And it doesn't mean that your childhood was bad. It just means, like I said earlier, that was your normal. So your parents' relationship with each other, that was what a relationship is.
And you regurgitate that chaos, you try and find it in everything else.
You do, and it's, you can't help it, and people can't help their upbringing, whether it was great and perfect. You could have went to private school and been lavished with holidays and all the rest of it, but they're still going to have something that wasn't...
There'll be something not right.
Yeah.
What's so funny? My dad lied to my mum and told him that he was in the army.
Really?
And all sorts, my dad did exactly the same shit. Why is that?
Yeah, well, there you go.
But my kids, they have a completely different life now. They go to private school. I pull up outside to pick up those kids and just shout from the car.
Yeah.
Because I'm not walking up with those parents, because they're all fucking preen and proper. And I have a bean stain. And I've accidentally put on odd trainers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's mad that though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Weird that. I wonder what
It is.
attachment style my Robbie will have, because he's quite an anxious person now. He's 6. He's quite anxious.
Yeah.
If I don't answer him straight away,
Yeah.
he'll run downstairs, Mummy, are you here?
Really?
And I'm like, brother, yes.
yeah.
Like, whereas my Lucinda Vi, she don't give a shit.
Right.
She will sit in the room on her own and just shout.
Okay.
And she doesn't care.
Uh-huh.
She likes the sound of her voice echoing off walls.
Okay.
Whereas if Robbie doesn't have like a noise, if he doesn't have something, he'll start panicking.
That's the thing. The way we parent, you can parent all of the children. I've got 4 children. They're not all going to grow up to have the same attachment style, yet they've all been brought up in the same house, same parents and all the rest of it. It's just different things affect different people, and we do take that into future relationships. So it's, if you want to change your attachment style, you have to go back and think, all right, well, where's the pattern here? You know, from the way I was brought up to... So when I went back, I realised I was a real people pleaser. So I would adapt. I mean, I wouldn't go and learn a whole other language, but I could like adapt to...
Just kick me in the fanny then, mate. That's fine.
Because I grew up being a people pleaser. And so when I went back, I realised that part of me. And I work, still comes to me to people please.
Yeah.
But I work on it. And that's the thing. If you're aware,
That's all you got to do,
you can
innit?
change it. And you're aware of the things you've done wrong.
Oh,
And
100%.
awareness is everything, isn't it? It's when you walk around thinking you're bloody spot on all the time.
That's it. I always say to my clients, you don't wear your heart on your sleeve, you wear your shame on your sleeve.
Yeah.
And you treat everyone in accordance to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like, I do sound pretty thick when you just listen to me speak and like have a little laugh with people, but I do analyse absolutely everything.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm an intelligent gal, just saying for those watching. And I do like to look at people and their family dynamics and sort of go, see why you're that way.
Yeah.
See why you're that way. See why you're that way. I do it when we go out for meals.
Yeah.
I will purposely analyse whatever family is that closest to me that I can see they're tapping and they're ticking and whatever.
Yeah.
To sort of see which member of that family feels more uncomfortable. And I'll create a whole scenario in my head.
Yeah.
I love people watching.
I did sit in, this makes me sound bougie as it was really not, but I was in the Ritz for dinner one day and there was this, I know, I wish I'd said Nando's. I
was
did.
sat in the Ritz. I was sat in the Ritz for dinner. No, mate, the last Ritz
I'm gonna
I had
change
was
it,
a
I'm gonna
fucking
change it.
cracker, you twat. Sat in the Ritz.
And there was this family.
Dying, Jenna, there's people dying.
And I could see that they were a family, him, wife, 2 children and the nanny. And I'm not even joking. I was down this hill. He was sleeping with that nanny. And I watched them
Was it
watch
my
the
mate?
bit.
Should I show your Instagram? They're likely to be in the fucking Ritz.
But I was people watching it and the body language and the everything. And I was like, I am, and you're not allowed your phones in there. So, of course, I was just like,
I have been the
really?
Ritz, you know.
No, but
I just wouldn't come
sometimes
out with it and let you know on a podcast. Do you know what I mean? But I have been there.
I was.
Got a group on.
But yeah, so I do people watch and I do try and, but maybe not attachment styles, but yeah, certainly try and figure out what's going on and body language. And I love people. I do.
Love it.
Until people too much. And then I'm like, oh, I hate people. You know.
don't think I could ever hate people. I love human. I think they're all so interesting.
I do. It's when people are nasty. I'm always like, oh, I forgot humans could be like that.
I love them more when they're nasty.
Really?
Yeah,
to you or to other people?
Well, depends.
You nasty girl.
You nasty. No, I like it when you can see someone's being an arsehole. I love to sort of analyse them when they're being an arsehole. Because I'm like, oh, that shows me exactly how your dad argued with your mum.
Yeah.
It shows me how your mum argued with her sister.
Yeah.
It shows me what you think is going to hit someone hardest because of what hit you hardest.
Yeah.
You're showing me every single one of your weaknesses right now because you're trying to impose them upon me as a strength.
Yeah.
So now I'll let you finish your rant and you're about to cry.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I love it.
Yeah.
I like, well, obviously now I'm a grown up person, so I would just leave them to it.
Yeah.
I don't need to make them cry. I just walk out the room with
I
all
just always
the
get
knowledge.
disappointed. I just always think, why? Isn't life easier if you're
We're
a nice
all monkeys.
human?
We're all monkeys with iPhones. We're going to act in certain ways. Do you know what I mean? I like when you see 2 girls shouting. It's my favourite thing in the world. When 2 women start shouting at each other, explosions.
Yeah.
Because you are about to see which one of those people felt loneliest this year. Because whoever felt the loneliest, whoever felt backed most into a corner, she's about to win this fight.
Oh, and they'll go nasty.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, wow, they will.
Whoever there feels the less sure of herself is going to win that fight by any means, right? Like the most insecure I've ever been, I've won every fight I've got into.
Really?
Yeah. Because you don't
care. You came from a place of hurt.
Yeah, you can hurt people, right? Yeah. The minute you're like insecure and evil, that's it.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're secure in yourself, you think, I've got 50-50 here. I can either make you cry and then think about it later.
Yeah.
Or I can just think about it never.
Yeah.
Just go home, get on with my life. Because you're secure.
Just kill them with kindness. I just think, see, if you're, I always say to my kids, if you're classy and kind, you'll go far. You don't even need a degree. Just be classy and kind.
Be classy and kind.
That's all you need to do. So that's my little life motto, is just classy and kind. And then, you can go far.
I think I'm classy. What do you reckon?
Yeah, the nudes say otherwise.
The nudes and the swearing. And the spitting on the floor in between takes. No, I do try and be classy sometimes. This one time I went to the Ritz, right?
Why did you go there? You're so stuck up.
Hi, Sara. I had the worst dating experience of my life 18 months ago. The gentleman I was supposed to date turned out to be my cousin on a fake account. I believe you call this catfishing.
I believe you do.
I believe you do.
Or incest.
Depends how far it went. After the fishing, did you go swimming? We spoke for around 6 weeks. I divulged all of my secrets, including things about the family, including his side.
Wow.
He was there for me every step of the way through my divorce.
Wow.
I need to know if the divorce was related to them speaking. Because imagine finishing your husband.
I don't understand. So he obviously knew it was her.
Yeah, she didn't know it was him. From what I can gather, let's carry on. Right? Through my divorce, which started months and months before we even started speaking. He knew I was going through a divorce because my mum and his mum are sisters. And they discussed it an awful lot. His mum runs a country club in our town. I attended there one day and told her that I was speaking to this new guy called Bryn. She was very excited for me, and I showed her pictures and she said, "Oh, he looks like one of James's friends."
Wow.
I got in touch with my cousin on his real number and asked him, "Hey, do you know Bryn? Your mum said she recognises him." He said, "Yeah, he's one of my homeboys from years ago. He's a good guy. He's recently come out of a relationship." He totally, this is bad, you know. He totally bigged up a fake version of him and had me believing that this guy I'd recently started speaking to actually had spent time in our hometown before moving across the world to Australia to grow up. In brackets, my cousin was using an Australian accent on the phone to me.
Wow.
This is bad, this, you know. It took me a little while to realise that I could never get on the phone to my cousin and Bryn at the same time. And since finding out that he was friends with Bryn, I'd made a conscious effort to get a lot closer to him. Bless her. This one time, I went round to my cousin's house and said, "Your friend's ignoring me. I need to know why." He said he was going through an awful lot and that his mum had been in a car crash. I felt completely awful. My cousin consoled me, and it was only when he went into the kitchen and began singing a song that I realised his singing voice is very similar to Bryn's. Why did your cousin just randomly start singing, though? I mean,
yeah,
probably because he thought, I'm going to shag my cousin today and get in this incest vagina. I said to him, "Can you ring Bryn for me?" He rang Bryn and no answer. So I rang Bryn. A notification flagged up on my cousin's phone from an app called Text Me. It was a number doubling app where you can have a fake number. Oh, this is so bad. I immediately said to him, "Why do you have Bryn's number?" My cousin then shot up, started shouting at me, said that Bryn had trusted him to have his secondary number as Bryn was in the armed forces, came up with some utter shite about Bryn, only for me to then end up ringing my auntie and telling her and her to say, "Oh no, not again."
Oh.
Apparently my cousin had been relentless for making fake accounts for years. My cousin, you should know, is a very big man and a very small man, and those diameters do matter. He's always been very insecure about the way that he looks, the way that he smells, and the way that he sounds. He hasn't worked in the last 12 years, and that is to do with his mental health. So I tried to understand that he may want to create a fake persona. What I didn't understand is how we'd been having... how we'd been having consensual phone sex, talking night till the morning, and planning when he was going to come and see me and my children.
Wow.
Only to find out it was my big fat cousin the whole time. Please, Jenna, help. How do I get over this situation? In brackets, have to see him in June.
Wow. I literally have no words. I've never heard of anything like that before. Like, that's another level of... He clearly needs help.
Yeah.
He clearly needs help. She's done nothing wrong there. She's been very nice and believed it and saw the best, but he needs help. I think she should tell him.
I think she should report him.
Absolutely.
I think she should report him. I was thinking that because clearly that's
a man
mental.
that lies like that is dangerous.
Mentally ill.
Yeah, absolutely dangerous.
Proper dangerous.
Yeah, I honestly think she needs to report that because that's and just take a little bit of time to get over that because that's a lot.
It's heavy.
That is a lot.
It's heavy.
And that's why people get trust issues.
100%.
I'd also say though, I think that's why you should meet sooner rather than later.
How soon do you reckon you should meet?
Soon, I would think within a week, 2 weeks.
Wow.
I really do. Otherwise, you fall into a little friend zone of texting and all the rest of it anyway. And texting's boring. It really is.
Unless you're sending your twat.
Well, yeah, that could liven things up a bit.
Spicy.
But I think you should meet people sooner rather than later. Because you can really genuinely like fall in love with this, again, the fantasy of who they are, the potential of who they are. You need to see the reality. You have to. Not that I'm blaming that girl in any way. She was not the wrong one here. But that's why you should meet sooner rather than later, because you need to see the reality of somebody before you start to build up this fantasy in your head of who they are and what they're like.
Yeah, I think, she mentioned his weight and the way that he looks. Mm-hmm. But it's more the way that he feels, I think, that's important.
Yeah.
He's that insecure that he's had to catfish his own cousin. I mean...
And that's a control thing
as
well.
The catfishing, I can sort of understand you don't want to be your version of you. Mm-hmm. You're trying to change that version of you, okay? Yeah. But your cousin... Yeah. Why your cousin? Yeah. I mean, yeah. Why did we literally keep it in the gene pool? Yeah. Like, there's thousands of people you could have catfished across the world to get that same fixation.
It's kind of a control thing of having that inside knowledge of someone in your family.
Yeah. Really feeling like you're getting, it's mad that, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't like him.
Report him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Check his fucking hard drive.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Right, Jenna, it's been fantastic having you on today.
So fun.
Thank you for coming all the way down here to chat with me on my little blue sofa.
Oh, I've loved it.
It's been phenomenal.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Any last words you would like to tell to the community other than follow me on my dating PA?
Well, yeah, do that and keep it classy. You.
Love it. Go on, we'll end it there. That's mega. Thanks, Jenna.